Built to Shred features stunts performed by professional athletes. Do not attempt any of these stunts, and if you're going to build anything, make sure it's under the supervision of an adult. Know your limits, wear your protective gear, and remember, safety first. I'm Jeff King, and this is Built to Shred. This episode is all about mud. Not the kind of mud in your pants, I'm talking about concrete. Our first spot, we're making some vigilante tranny. Next off, it's couch surfing time with Nilton Neves, Ryan Gallant, and Ronson Lambert. We're gonna convert a hide-to-bed into a hide-to-shred. And then, I'm gonna show you how to make the world's simplest wall ride with Chad Knight and Christian Svitak. So get ready for some smooth rolling. Rolling up to Maulside ditch, get us up top for a bird's eye. I have 35 90-pound bags of concrete in the back, about 50 gallons of water, 15 blocks, a couple bags of Portland cement. Now we're probably looking at like 4,000 pounds back here. I had to fill my tires up with air because it was so full. It's not so bad looking. Maulside ditch. And here we are. This spot's been around since the mid-'80s, and since then, people have been bringing up different things that they could skate, like parking blocks and old pipes. Problem is, the lip's totally jagged. Makes you catch your wheel on your way in. What a perfect opportunity to get our hands dirty and bring up a little creek. See what we can do. We're up on top of the world, get to see it all. It's time to fix the spot with a little concrete, a little metal. We could just throw a nice line of coping where that box was already dug out, so we could even do pull coping or regular coping right there.
We gotta put some 2x4s just to hold everything together.
Okay. So this thing's getting dug out for that metal coping right here. The dugout, the grind rail feature.
Once you pour your concrete, it'll hold that all in.
So that doesn't look half bad. I brought an 18-foot stick of coping out, just metal, 2 3/8 pipe. Just nice mellow grinds, you know, everybody's cool.
Bring out Minnie the mixer.
I've been checking her out a little bit from far away. I don't mean to. I don't mean to, you know?
You do. You mean to. That's
fine. We plugged in Minnie the mixer to my solar panels. I'm running this completely off the grid. No need for that noisy old generator. The solar panels are the sickest. Nice and quiet. I like it. 1 scoop of Portland to 1 bag of Crete.
Yep.
That's the secret ticket right there, huh? A little bit of hand stacking. We filled all the back of this coping with all kinds of rocks and little pieces of filler so we could stretch out our concrete a little bit. Concrete finishing. It's hard on the knees for sure. We're just throwing a deck on this last 18-foot long grinder. Yeah. Look at how buttery that is up there. Apparently this cream is the best stuff ever. When you pull it down, it makes it totally smooth. Perfect for tail slides. 18-foot stick of coping, and all we did was fill the cracks with some concrete at the top. Just enough so you can get comfortable grinds. You could lock Smith grinds on that pretty good, which would be kind of cool too. Yeah, just buzzing through that Smith grind. If we just cut like a square out of the top. Somebody brought up this old jersey barrier. It's plastic, and it was pretty much falling apart. So we decided to use it as a form and turn it into a concrete jersey barrier.
Put that in there.
And just fill that with Crete.
With Crete, and then we can set that right on top real quick.
Oh.
You're gonna have to have a 2x4 that runs the back of this to hold this form together. Probably 2. This would be the form that's gonna hold in our little concrete king tranny piece.
It's getting close.
We pour it in there, we pop off that form and then get it while it's still hot.
Once we pull the forms, we can always scrub it too. Pack it in to where it's kind of level. Work the cream into the edge.
Working the cream. Today I'm going to show you how to make an old couch shreddable, and I have Nilton Neves here to help me build it. If you don't already have an old couch, they're easy to find in an alley somewhere or on classified ads like Craigslist.
Or garage sale. You ready?
Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know where I'm going with my tools, dude. We've got some plans for this couch, but first we got to test out the springs. Yeah, Ronson. What was that, dude? That was insane. Harvest mesh, dude, up the hill. We'll try this one.
Got that?
We'll see. We have a good piece of concrete right here with nice tranny like this. What I'd like to do is put some kind of a curved branch right there because we are in a eucalyptus grove, and it'd be cool to throw a nice piece of eucalyptus like that.
Make sure it like wedges into the cement. Rebar into the log so it doesn't shift, you know?
You can just chop that off real quick.
Got a little bit of weirdness there, you know?
It's looking good, dude. And here we have the curved branch where we're gonna fill this whole thing with crete right here so you can get a little tree-on-tree action. You should be able to lock some good tricks right there.
Scrubbing the bumps out and closing up the concrete, you have more time to finish it, because if you leave it open like this, it's gonna dry fast.
This eucalyptus forest is the hidden land of shred. Check out this nature-modifying montage from our Built to Shred video vaults. A few years ago, we leveraged a giant log across a gap in the road that proved to be somewhat perilous. And then, Kyle Leeper turned us onto a BMX track for more all-natural shredding. Transitional tree for some wobbly quarter pipe action with Chad Bartie, Matt Dove, and Jesse Fritch. Now it's time to shank this couch and turn it into a fully grindable triple metal edge chill zone. Squish this together and put a 2x4 right there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a double-sided ledge on the top with my angle iron on each side. And then I'm gonna put another ledge right here where you sit, a triple option shred. Total width is 7 inches. So a 7-inch strip is what we need. Put this one in here. Most couches are built out of wood. Should make it easier for us to attach other wood supports to it. Screw through that. We'll just build out a support frame at the bottom so it doesn't tip over. I've got a support piece right here that I can attach to. We put it in the middle of the couch. And then we do one more in between the armrests, 88 inches. I think it's gonna have to have some kind of supports inside here.
That just scared the poop out of me.
What I'm hoping it'll do is it'll just set right in right there. Is I'll use this piece like this. Countersink it. One on each side. Just pick up the whole cap and set it down right on the thing. Now we can use our pre-countersunk holes and try to attach our angle iron. Let's see if we can get high tech for just a minute. That's tucked up.
We need some screws over here. Perfect.
We ran into a couple of complications. Like I said before, every couch is different. And with this couch, there was mushy spots all over it. And so we had to add secret supports throughout the whole couch. I'm gonna cut those spikes off real quick. This is a cutoff wheel that's to cut metal and pretty much whatever else you want. I could possibly catch the couch on fire right now. Couches are flammable. Normally you would cut the metal first and then put it on. Look at that hole. All right, bye-bye, fire. Looks like it's now fully shreddable. Still on. That's a tall order. Good thing we brought out some high ollie technicians. Here I am with Neil Mims again, and he had a great idea to turn a couch into a spine ramp. So we went onto our local want ads, found this perfect couch. They gave it to us for free. And the cool thing about this couch, it has a fold-out bed. Yeah, Neil. Dude. So I guess it's time to get shreddy for bed.
Tired, hey, let me know when you're done.
All right, we're gonna rip open a couple more bags of crete and form up one more sick Maulside obstacle. A little bit of tranny in there. We're putting pool coving up here, right?
Right.
We're running pretty thin on water. This is gonna be a dry batch, I think. Every drop is so value right now. We should get that other wheelbarrow going. This is actually speed set right here. This is stuff that you put underneath pool coping. And then once we set all the blocks, we're gonna leave them about ½ inch apart, and then we're gonna fill each crack with mortar, just to give it as good of a bond as we possibly could get. All right, that's 33 bags at the Vigilante Tranny. We're gonna let this stuff cure overnight. It's gonna be shredding tomorrow. All right, the Crete's cured enough to ride, and Maulside is now open for business, and our business is shredding. We're dealing with a long grind right there at the tree ramp.
Having fun.
Just having fun, that's it. Yeah, party, dude. Just getting started.
Log is fun. Get yourself a log.
Maulside, new and improved. The Vigilante Tranny came together real nice. Our long grinds are insane. The fact that the deck is about 1.5 inches below the coping makes it so it's skating like a flat bar, so you have to just hold your balance and this grind's perfect.
No problem getting broken off at all.
Next we have our parking block. This thing's finally rideable. Full coping, quarter pipe. Next step is to put on just a coat of paint. Let's put a coat on there to try to make it grind a little bit better. Pretty sick. Yeah. And then the gnarly Jersey barrier. Yeah, Nilton, which is like overburnt and it's like tall. And of course the tree ramp, which is super rad. The log grinds super good and it slides super good. Grundy already did a backflip on it. Chad already did a backtail fakie on it. King Dog, one fakie, what's up? Yes! Yeah, Dexter.
Square into the log, cut it in half, get all that to pivot.
Because this thing looks like it's gonna be able to like pop you out. Sweet. I didn't really think that the tree was gonna be like that much of a feature. Especially not the top of the tree. Chad Bartie pivot up above the tree, which was insane, on another tree. Clint Walker's tail drop kickflip was insane. And then he stepped it up to the branch way above that I never even thought anybody was gonna do. Took a little toll, but came through and pulled it. Oh! And he tail dropped into that. Tim was. Yeah! And then Brian Chapo cut down a forest full of tricks, starting with a blunt kickflip fakie. Flip fakie. And finally finished it off with a nollie big spin. Yeah. Damn, that's what I'm talking about. That was sick. Little blunt 180, what? Dexter was shredding all day and even chipped off a sick kickflip 5-0. Put it going down the hill. Move it over there. You want to get it up high though. Here, let's see about putting it up in place. Level it out like that, here to here. That's just a couple little shovels right there we can throw up on top. And it would just nook right in like that. This rig is definitely one of the more janky ones. Me and Danny stuffed 2x4s under it. And now it's pretty much a balancing act. Stay tuned for more Built to Shred. Hammered and screwed. I'm here with Chad Knight, and today we're gonna show you how to make a super fast wall ride.
And all you need is a piece of plywood and a drill.
Okay, now it's time to hit the streets.
All you need is a flatbed truck.
And a drill. This bank spot is pretty good as is, but if you want to add a little bit of flair in your life, grab a piece of plywood, lean the plywood up at the top of the bank, drill a few holes about the same width as the pipe, and either tie it off or twist it off, because you can use shoelaces, you can use wire, zip ties, whatever you have that will hold it strong enough to be able to keep it against the wall. Should last for a little while.
Yeah, let's hope.
I'm taking the first shot at the fastest wall ride. bolts and a pallet thing. It's so easy, dude. The world's easiest thing ever. Blow him, dude.
Ready? Blow me.
Chad Knight. Oh! Now it's your turn.
Build it, shred it.
It's time to bang out a couple last-minute hammers at Shred Mountain. Danny DeCola is about to set it off with a makeshift gaff to grind. Dude, that was it right there. That was it. Oh, yeah. Oh, sick. That was where we're at, dude. Danny DeCola. Tree taco's insane. Like all of our adjustments have been fully tested and fully approved. Coping at the top grinds nice and long. Pull coping quartered is insane. The grind's super good. And of course the Jersey barrier came out a little bit steep, but it's nice to have a challenge every once in a while. Yeah. Nilton seems to like the tree branch, which was a hit with everyone. That was the highlight of the day. That's sick. We've shredded some logs before, but coming up after the break, Chad Bartie is going to attempt a lumberjack log jamming world record tree slide. Stay tuned. What I'm going to attempt to do now is build a flat on top of this bed, like a fake mattress, if you will. Make it so that there's a little transition at the top there with a piece of coping and a transition on the other side. Oh, I'm coming to get you, come on. You should be able to just skate on in. Dude, what a gangster couch, dude. This is a gangster bed, dude. A gangster shred. Just shreddy for gangster bedding. You hear about it, shreddy for bed, dude. That's what I like about these spots. The couches stay the same and I get older. No matter how old I get, the couches stay the same. I don't think that's working either. Drizzly bear real quick. The drill dog. Yeah, so pretty much we're just gonna do like manual pad, just fine. Super ghetto style. It's pretty jank-a-bank, dude. The hide-a-bed is very uncomfortable for sleeping, but just right for shredding. Putting it to bed, come on. You wanna get gnarly or what? A little bit of log salvage. This one's nice and straight. Oh my God. Yeah, we can get that if we cut it. Go ahead and grab it, brothers. This is how it is for me everywhere I go. Grab the front. There's a lot of weight coming behind this one. Gotta move this log from the Jersey barrier all the way to the wood taco. Dude, it's coming for you, Chad. We gotta put this thing inside there. Just throw that one up on top.
It's gonna make it so much easier to come in.
The tree rail. We found this 50-foot long tree right here. And since the arced log was such a hit, we decided to connect the dots, going from the Jersey barrier over the pool coping and tie right into the wooden taco. Pretty good, right? That's a serious board slide right there.
I don't think I've ever skated a tree before. It's going to be interesting to find out what kind of slams this thing holds for us. We'll see.
Neil just takes the slams, man. That's what Dave told me.
Come into that.
Whatever.
Tail slide. He came out of speed too, dude. Yeah, Chad. Yeah. Yeah, Neil. It's your birthday. That was ill-o-matic. Yeah! That's how easy it can be, huh? Yes. Yeah, Chad. Chad Bartie. Taking the title. Look at that thing. Chad just closed down the session with a board slide all the way from Jersey to Taco Land. Eucalyptus style. That's sick.
Thank you.
Built to shred. Just when we thought the session was over, Mims threw down some couch combo wizardry all the way into the night.
Yeah.